Tigers take on the Arkansas Pine-Bluff Golden Lions. I'm Howard Gentry along with Derek Fleming, and we're bringing you this game live on ESPN+. The Tennessee State Tigers are 1-2 on the season, losing a tough game in Memphis, Tennessee against Jackson State. And Arkansas Pine-Bluff is on a roll. And Derek, what a roll are they on?
Yes, sir. 2019 edition of the University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff Golden Lions are on a win streak. They've won 2 games on a row, and that's the first time since 2014. So Coach Cedric Thomas is changing his program around, and they're led by a couple of stars that are about to give the Tigers a problem.
Well, you know, they only won 2 games last year, and he recruited a bunch of freshmen. They've got 44 freshmen on this team, only 12 seniors on the ball club, and they are putting up big numbers.
Yes, it is. It's going back to Coach Thomas and his philosophy about being student athletes when it got 44 new faces. But the 2 we're going to talk about before the game are the impact players. And number 1 is Henry Ballard III, a transfer from University of Missouri, a St. Louis, Missouri native. He's leading the Golden Lions in receptions. And if you're talking about offense, you can't leave out Keyshawn Williams. He's the phenomenal running back, the hometown son of Pine Bluff. That is the leading rusher who missed 2018 with an injury. He's back this year for his senior campaign and leading the Golden Lions.
Well, we're talking about the Golden Lions right now, who are averaging over 400 plus a game. But Tennessee State University is putting up big numbers too, just haven't been able to pull off the last 2 victories.
Yeah, the Tigers are an explosive bunch as well on offense, led by their 2 senior receivers, Mr. Everything, Chris Rowland, who's leading the nation in all-purpose yards, and his partner in crime, Stephen Newbold, who was the Southern Heritage Classic MVP on the losing team. Hey, the Tigers can score some points. The question is, can they stop someone?
And that's the big problem, as Jackson State last week amassed over 350 yards on the ground. And you know, when a team can run on
this week was very disappointing for the TSU Tigers. I mean, with Rod Reed being in his 10th season, he's a defensive guy. You rarely see a team run up 300-plus yards or 300-plus yards on defense on the Tigers, and it was some bunch of players and guys that were out last week, but nevertheless, that's no excuse for that type of performance.
Well, you know, Cameron Rosenthal, the quarterback, wasn't supposed to play, but they inserted him with just over a minute in the first half. He took the Tigers to 6 scoring drives in the second half, and amassed 320-plus yards in the air, but just still couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, that's the senior came in and tried to save the game for the Tigers. He had a knee injury, and he's still gimpy today, and he's going to give it a try. But nevertheless, man, it was just a tough weekend for the Tigers down in Memphis.
A very tough weekend for the Tigers. And we look over at Arkansas Pine-Bluff again. They have a dual quarterback situation, and of course those guys, both Williams and Porter, are pretty amazing so far.
Well, you're getting the running backs and quarterbacks. It is a 2-quarterback system, but it's actually Patrick and Perry, Shannon Patrick and Skylar Perry, and they both threw 3 touchdown passes against University of Alabama A&M when they scored 54 points against the Bulldogs down in Huntsville. So they have a dual threat. They've scored 50-plus points the last 2 weeks. And the Tigers are reeling right now.
And you know, I called Williams and Porter, but those were the 2 running backs that have amassed amazing yards, with Williams averaging 7.1 yards a carry and Porter 5.3 yards a carry.
Well, we talking about the pride of Pine Bluff. He's a hometown kid, and he is showtime. Nevertheless, he came back for his senior season, and he's now back in the leading role of rushing, and he's trying to lead the Pine Bluff to a new type of flow.
All right, fans, well, we're about to get this game underway. I'm Howard Gentry along with Derek Fleming, and we're going to bring it back in just a moment, and we're broadcasting on ESPN+.
That's what threw me out, that girl.
rookie.
This football season, bring more to your game day with General Mills Tailgate Nation recipes.
University band leaves the field. I'm Howard Gentry along with Derek Fleming, and we're here in Hale Stadium on the campus of Tennessee State University as the Big Blue Tigers, 1-2 on the season, are facing the ever tough Arkansas Pine-Bluff. They're ranked number 10 and 7 in there is a poll that they're ranked in.
Oh yeah, that's the box to row.
Box to row.
Yeah.
The writers have them ranked 7th. Coaches have them ranked 10th.
Yeah, so sorry, Tiger fans. We got a little situation here happen on the field. One of the flag girls for the aristocratic bands collapsed, and it kind of threw everything off for a second. Hopefully, she'll be okay. They are attending to her now, and that's unfortunate. I hope the young lady is okay. So we're going to try to get back to football. You always, when you see someone go down like she went, it kind of throws you off, and we're sorry about that and hope she's okay.
And it looks like she is sitting up on her own. So hopefully
Received by the Tigers, number 3, Rich Rollins. Along with number 1, Stephen Newell. For the pick for the Golden Lions, number 69, Austin. The 15. Number 5. David Johnson on the return. The Tigers will take over first and 10.
Fans, we'd like to welcome you back as Tennessee State University just returned a kickoff to the 41-yard line. It's first and 10, TSU. Good surge by the offensive line of TSU. On the carry for the Tigers, Kendrick Robinson. Robertson on the carry again as his helmet comes off, but not before he picks up the first down as Tigers move into the Golden Lions territory. First and 10, Big Blue. And there's Rowland on the carry. His first touch of the day. Picks up 5 yards as the Tigers rush back to the line of scrimmage, picking up the tempo.
What it is, Howard, is down. The offense understands that they're going to have to score and keep scoring because the defense has come out like they ended last week, and that's not a good sign for the Tigers.
On the tackle, Jalen Thigpen, also Paul Reeves, and looks like they're keying on Rowland. Rowland's been known to break that for big yards. Pick up of 2 yards on the play, second down 8 for the Big Blue. Tigers have 3 wide outs right. Pass is incomplete. Good defense by Sean Steele. And Tigers will be punting again.
Yeah, that time Cameron Rosendahl just had his mind made up where he was going to throw the ball. If he looks to the middle of the field, he had a wide open receiver that was uncovered. Al Malik Moore, the redshirt sophomore from Miami, Florida, was basically uncovered. And that was a pitch and catch, and that probably would have gone for the distance. Nevertheless, that's another, not a 3 and out, but they didn't get any points. And right now, you do not want the Golden Lions to get the ball back because the Tigers' defense is reeling.
All right, Mosley off the side of his foot, and the official still walking. And that ball is going to be ruled out of bounds at the 19-yard line, probably the shortest kick of his season.
Yeah, that's the only thing about directional kicking. You're aiming it out of bounds. You just hopefully you get enough distance for a good kick for out of bounds and good line of scrimmage.
And it was marked out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So leading 7-0, the Golden Lions back up to the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers played tough on that one. Tackled by a host of Big Blue. On the carry, Skylar Perry. Oh, Skylar Perry is the quarterback. On the carry.
It looked like Keyshawn Williams.
Keyshawn Williams, yes. Flag on the play. And the ball was thrown out of bounds.
And that's going to be offsides on the Tiger. by Khalil Jones, the junior out of Nashville Stratford. I mean, those are the plays that really hurt you. Right now, the Tigers' defense is not needing to give anybody any help to move the ball, so they need to stay on side, and hopefully they can slow down the Golden Lions offense. Because
5-yard penalty moves the ball to the 26-yard line. Perry still at quarterback. Quick drop. Here's the pressure. Throws to the middle of the field. Ball's incomplete. Intended receiver, Taryn Ralph. It's going to be 3rd down. 5 yards to go for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, that time the quarterback for Golden Lions broke containment, Skylar Perry, and that's been an issue for the Tigers, and luckily he threw that ball low.
The pass was complete, close to the 1st down marker. On the reception, DeJuan Miller, and looks like he did get the yards. 1st down and 10. First time Miller's had his hands on the ball.
Yeah, he's the reigning freshman of the year in the SWAC last year. DeJuan Miller is another weapon for the Golden Lions.
Tough defensive play by the Golden Lions, by the Tigers, on the tackle, number 44, Terry Jones. Second down, 11. There's a flag, but still on his feet is the running back for the Golden Lions. Keyshawn Williams picked up the 1st down, but there's a flag on the play.
They picked it up, Howard.
They picked it up, so it's going to be 1st down. Ball on 36-yard line. Correction, ball on the 44-yard line as Williams picks up the 1st down. Pass upfield. It was intended for DeJuan Miller. Official rules pass interference on Tennessee State University. Nick Harper Jr. is going to get the call.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Tigers. He's in bump and run, and the ball is thrown up to the sideline. I mean, maybe a holding or illegal contact, but it's hard to believe that's a pass interference. That ball was never catchable.
First and 10 for the Golden Lions. I believe that's Williams again on the carry. Deshaun Williams, and he's racking up yards early in this ball game.
Yeah, right now the Golden Lions just chewing up yardage on the ground. I mean, Porter already has over 50 yards on 5 carries, so that's 10 yards per carry. The Tigers are struggling stopping the run.
And that's Williams again on the carry. Right now he's averaging 9 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Came into the game averaging 7.1 yards a carry.
Yeah, he's it looks like the Tigers don't have enough people on the field. Am I counting that right? I guess that's
Pass was intended for Williams, and there was a mix-up over there as Nick Harper Jr. pulled up short. And on the coverage, Terry Strouder was trying to chase Williams down, just couldn't do it.
Yeah, right now the Arkansas Pine-Bluff Golden Lions already have 100 yards of total yards in the first quarter, almost 100 yards more than the Tigers. So it's just right now, the Tigers need to figure out a way to get off the field on this third down.
Pass was thrown out of bounds and a hard hit on the sideline. No flags on that one. And there.
Yeah, that was close. That was real close. I mean, in the NFL, no doubt, that's a penalty. They calling that one. That's roughing the passer. Nevertheless, the Tigers get off the field. Well, it looks like they stopped them on third down. Looks like they're not getting ready to get off the field on third down.
No, they're not, but they're going for it. Looks like the Golden Lions are going to at least talk about going for it right now. Skylar Perry, quarterback.
And you know they have another quarterback that's just as good, which is Shannon Patrick, who we haven't seen yet. But why take Patrick out when Perry's this good?
And Perry's back to pass. He's got time. He throws and is intercepted. And on the move is the Big Blue. There's enough blocking out there to go all the way, but fortunately for the Golden Lions, Jeremy Brown was able to slip through there, the tight end, and make the tackle.
Well, that's a big play for the Tiger defense. I mean, they were bending, almost ready to break. And the junior out of Nashville, Larry Wilhoit, stepped in front of that pass. There was pressure up front from Justin Culpepper that really made him throw that ball kind of high towards the middle of the field. Nevertheless, the Tigers needed that shot in the arm, and it's first down, Tigers in plus territory.
That was a big interception for the Big Blue Tigers. And then great field position, ball at the Golden Lions 43-yard line. Timeout is going to be called by Arkansas Pine-Bluff.
Yeah, looking at the stats right now, Howard, the Golden Lions have 130 yards of total offense in the first 10 minutes of the game. That's 114 yards more than TSU Tigers. So they are dominating this game. And, boy, the Tigers needed that big play on defense. Kind of questionable, I guess. You know, if you Coach Thomas, the Tigers didn't stop you all day. Might as well go for it. He must not believe in his field goal kicking, or you know, he would have took those 3 points. But you know, that's a big momentum swing. Let's see if the offense of the Tigers can take advantage of the good field position.
Well, the field goal kicker was injured this year, and he's out for the season. So they have they're utilizing the services of Austin Kraminski, and Austin Kraminski is actually a baseball player who played soccer, and he actually is probably not the best field goal kicker in the world. He did go 5 for 6 last week in extra points, but was not, I don't think they were even thinking about putting him out there to try field goal.
But nevertheless, that's what the Tigers needed, that play. So see where they can capitalize on the turnover.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Big Blue. One lone back in the backfield. And that's Kendrick Roberson. And he picks up 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, if the Tigers can get on schedule, they're getting great yardage on first down with running the football. Just on third down, they have not been able to convert with some high passes from Cameron to Newbold. Let's see what they can do here on this drive.
And that pass goes to Rowland for a first down, and they're going to call a penalty against the Golden Lions as Sean Steele threw rolling to the ground well after he went out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just frustration on the Golden Lions defender. You know, you see rolling on the field, he doesn't look that big, but he's a strong, compact physique build, and he didn't like that stiff arm and kind of reacted to it. Nevertheless, that's another shot in the foot, and the Golden Lions already have 5 or 6 penalties, and that's the big difference in the first quarter. I mean, they have been dominant, and but they've been shooting themselves in the foot and giving the Tigers a chance to stick around. So let's see what the Tigers do.
All right, well, this penalty moves the Tigers inside the 15-yard line down to the 13-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. And already the Golden Lions jumping. Hand off to Roberson. And he bulls his way down across the 10, inside the 10, to the 9-yard line.
Yeah.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, what the offensive coordinator for the Tigers is trying to do is trying to slow the game down a little bit with the run game, because Arkansas Pine-Bluff came out so quick. And now we have our backup quarterback in Battle, Octavius Battle, who's the redshirt freshman out of Georgia, getting his first chance to play for today. See what he has here.
Hand off to Roberson, hitting the backfield, still on his feet as he pulls his way down to the 4. Maybe the 3-yard line, might have picked up the first down.
Well, that was all will by the senior out of Florida, to Kendrick Roberson, who just refused to go down. And that positive play was all due to his effort. So it looked like it's 3rd and 1, and looked like the big boy package is into the game.
Big boy package in the game. Exactly as DeMarco Corbin's in the ball game now. There's Corbin with the carry. He picks up the first down and more as he pushes the ball down to around the 2. Corbin 6'1", 230 pounds.
Well, the thing there, what you like about that play is they executed it, and that means the offensive line really got some push, because they snapped the ball 3 yards back to get 1.
Phillip Brown in the game now, tight end, to bring some more beef up there, 240 pounds. There's a handoff to Corbin, and he scores. Corbin just overpowered the defense and edged that ball across the goal line, and the Tennessee State University Tigers score with 1:33 left in the first quarter.
Well, that was pretty nifty by what we call the big boy package. I mean, he's 6'1", over 230 pounds. There was a defender in the backfield right away. He was able to evade him, stretch the ball over the goal line. Looked like they might try to review this. Nevertheless, Arkansas Pine-Bluff is not going to review it. And that's a touchdown for the Tigers, but a great play by the Tigers offense to get this game slowed down and to even it up.
Zeta's kick is good, so the game is tied at 7-all with 1:33 remaining in the first quarter. And I'll tell you what, the Tigers now have new zeal. So fans, with the score, Tennessee State 7, Arkansas Pine-Bluff 7, we'll take a break and be back in a moment.
Rookie.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Here we go again. This is a dream.
My name is John Rude.
Josh Gold.
I'm Dustin Frisk.
And I'm Courtney Frisk, and this is why we drive.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
On the return is Keyshawn Williams, and fans would like to welcome you back to the campus of Tennessee State University here in Nashville, Tennessee, as the Tigers have just tied the game with 1:33 remaining in the first quarter, and the turnover made it happen for the Big Blue.
Saved the day for the Tigers. They were really getting pushed back and on the ropes, and might have been on for a standing 8 count if they score another touchdown there. But nevertheless, they were able to make a big play, and the offense cashed it in. So it's a tie ball game.
All right, well, looks like we got a new quarterback in the game. Pass complete to Miller.
Yep, so that's the young man, Shannon Patrick, who's into the game for the Golden Lions, and they share a lot of time together. They both threw 3 touchdown passes against A&M, so they both can play.
And that pass was complete to Christopher Robinson. Robinson's 6'3", 188 pounds. They've got some tall receivers. Another first down for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, well, that's great coaching by Pine-Bluff. If you're going to play like that, I'll just do that play until you stop playing it like that. And that's 2 completions for 2 first downs for the Golden Lions.
Another complete pass, and looks like it's going to be a first down. Ralph on the reception, and he squeaked his way across the first down marker all the way to the 42. It's going to be the 3rd first down in this series.
Yeah, I don't think the Tigers recognize what the Golden Lions are doing. Every time they go to nickel, they run the football. If they stay in base, which they just went to nickel, and they ran the football. So, I mean, this is a cat and mouse thing. Every time they took the outside back route, the Golden Lions went straight back to the run game, and if you go back to your base defense, they're going to throw it short. So, man, right now the Tigers' defensive staff got their hands full.
That's Porter on the carry, down to the 27-yard line, pick up a 15 yards. Another first down for the Golden Lions.
It looked like that's the end of that quarter.
That is the end of the quarter, fans, with the score tied 7-7. We're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to ESPN Plus and OVC Football.
Rookie.
What's the score?
No idea.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
This football season, bring more to your game day with General Mills Tailgate Nation recipes.
Not until game time.
See what you can create at wearetailgatenation.com.
Isn't it time you connected to something greater? Sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes any show look larger than life. But the super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Guarantee that you notice me. You don't walk on my soul from sleep. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, this game's not over, so we're not the best. This is our team. No matter what.
Sometimes the front lines are
State University, as the Golden Lions are deep in Tennessee State territory. On the carry, Tyler Porter. Porter has 68 yards before that carry and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, right now the offensive line for the Golden Lions is just punishing the Tigers. And basically the offensive staff for the Golden Lions is just watching and seeing what kind of personnel group's in. And if they go nickel, they run the ball. If they go base, they throw it.
And there's Perry again. And he scores. Tyler Porter correction on the touchdown, and really didn't have too much opposition against him down that sideline.
There was absolutely nobody covering the running back on the out of the backfield, and that's just going with the theme of the Tigers. Right now they have no containment on their defense, and everybody's attacking them to the flats or attacking their edge, and there's not any adjustment there, and that's another touchdown the Tigers defense is giving up, and it's starting to get ugly.
Kaminsky's kick is blocked, and he tries to run it through, but the Tigers are able to block the kick. 13-7 is the score, and again, Austin Kaminsky, a baseball player that filled in after the kicker was injured for the season. Now he's got on the record not only a run, but the prior game he actually recorded a tackle. So that's a baseball player that's got 6 extra points, a tackle, and a run.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a team mentality, and that's what Coach Cedric Thomas is trying to bring to University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff. He's changing the culture, and the next man in, everybody's trying to fit, and the next man's up. So right now, that team is on the go, and they are looking great today here in Hale Stadium. And the Tigers are in trouble. They're going to have to figure out what to do because they've already given up over 200 yards of total offense in a one quarter, basically in 16 minutes. And it looks like there's no stopping them. Hopefully the offense can continue to keep up and make it a decent game.
There's the kick. It's going to come down to Newbold. Newbold picks his way up to around the 25-yard line. Tigers will have their opportunity to see if they can answer the call from their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's important that the Tigers not only get points here, but hold the ball for a little bit, because the defense is being gashed, and they got to be tired with the heat and the weather, what it is, and hopefully they can sustain a long drive here.
Cam Rosenthal, the quarterback, flips it. Flipped it out to Sabree Curtis. And Curtis was able to move the ball up the field for a 3-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that's the first action for Sabree Curtis. He's been hampered with an ankle injury since camp, so it's good to see him back on the field. But the question is, where's Seth Rowland? You know, the Rowland twins, the Rowland brothers. Hopefully we'll see him here shortly.
Incomplete pass intended for Newbold, but thrown down around his knees and couldn't hold on to it. It's going to be 3rd down for the Big Blue.
Yeah, Cameron has to get a little bit more arm on that throw, and you know, Newbold has to come more towards the quarterback so he can line up his blockers. That just had bad timing from the jump.
In the game now, Malik Moore. And is caught. Newbold held on to that one. And buddy, that was a big play for the Big Blue.
Yeah, I saw that play from the beginning to the end. That defender on that side was really daring Newbold to beat him deep, and he got a good move, and it was a good throw by Rosendahl, and that's a big play for the Tigers, and that's 1st down.
36 yards on the play, and the Tigers in the territory, and there goes Rowland. And boy, they are definitely putting their eyes on Rowland as Cam Rosenthal tried to put a block in that play, and you know, he's already banged up. He probably needs to stay away from that kind of physical action.
Well, well, the issue is that the Golden Lions defense has containment, and the Tigers are trying to break contain, and that guy is really setting the edge very hard where that play is not being successful.
Good defensive effort by the linebacker Isaac Peppers, but he saw it coming all the way as Rosenthal just locked in on the intended receiver and let it go.
Well, Peppers, that was a good play, but he was there early. So he got away with that one. And
all right, big 3rd down play for the Tigers. 3rd down and 12.
It is 3rd and 12 from the 36-yard line.
Rosenthal held that ball a little too long. And so the Tigers turn up with nothing as they'll be punting the ball.
Yeah, well, he was trying to wait for his intended receiver to break loose, but he has to stop dialing and looking and being already deciding where he's going to throw the football, because if he looks back to the right side of the field, he had Jatavius Harris streaking down the middle of the field. But he locked into the left side, and that's where he decided to go. And at least they held the ball for a few minutes. It gave the defense a little bit of rest. And hopefully they can stop him right there. And
great punt by Mosley, which is going to place Arkansas Pine-Bluff with their backs to the wall at the 3-yard line. Great punt by Mosley. All right, into the game now. Let's see who the quarterback is.
That's Shannon Patrick.
Shannon Patrick at quarterback. Tigers dig in. And the Golden Lions move the ball up across the 5-yard line. Safe play. Puts the ball right at the 5.
Yeah, that's Epling on that stop for the Tigers, and they got everybody close to the line of scrimmage, and you kind of feel that some kind of play action is going to come from the Lions here shortly.
In motion, it looked like Dwan Miller on that carry. Miller comes up a little gimpy. He's knocked out of bounds close to the first down marker, about a yard shy.
Yeah, it's a big third down for the Tigers defense.
And it looks like the Tigers defense came up strong, as the stop's going to be back around the 11-yard line. Big stop for the Big Blue.
Yeah, that's the true freshman to Ray Jones that's getting a chance to play, that said he had enough of this crap and made a big play. He's from Madison County, Florida, and right now the Tigers defense, defensive line is just being substituted left and right, trying to find some penetration. And it's great to see that kid get a chance to play and make a big play.
Miles Piney into punt. And he kicks Australian style. And there he goes. Chris Rowland on the move. Finally knocked down around the 40-yard line. Looking for blockers. A great return by Rowland.
Yeah, that's one of those kicks that you don't want to kick to Chris when it's line drive like that.
All right, timeout on the field with the score. Tennessee State University 7, Arkansas Pine-Bluff 13. We'll be back after this message.
The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes any show look larger than life. But the super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football.
Car lovers have an unspoken language, and Hagerty understands it all. That's why we've created a community dedicated to celebrating driving. The Hagerty Drivers Club, with members-only events, the award-winning Hagerty magazine, roadside service, and insight into buying and selling. Heck, you don't even need a car to join. You're already part of the club. So let's make it official. Join the Hagerty Drivers Club today, and let's drive together.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 243, a knockout threat every time he steps into the octagon. Undefeated interim champ Israel Adesanya is out to claim the undisputed middleweight title. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
see where the mark's going to be.
Yeah, that's a simple pinch and catch. Given what the defense gives you, a quick 6-yard hitch route. Of course, when Dubois catches the ball anywhere on the field, he's able to break and get more yardage, and that's what he did for the first down.
Newbold coming into his own in this season. DeMarco Corbin on the carry. A pickup of 8 yards on the play, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this is a different personnel grouping in for the Tigers. Usually they only have one back. They got 2 backs in there now with Corbin and number 4. So it looks like they have trying to exploit something they saw in that first quarter and starting to get some success with it.
Newbold had 10 receptions for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Jackson State. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, that's a shot play, and the Pine-Bluff Golden Lions are saying they're going to play Newbold one-on-one. And he had his guy beat that time. The ball was just a little bit underthrown. Last week, the back shoulder throw was able to help work for the Tigers, but that particular pass was behind him. And we have a new quarterback in on the field. Octavius Battle is now in the game.
Battle on 3rd down. Came into the game on the last series. And looks like Corbin's going to be stopped shy of the first down.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting call here. Your defense hasn't stopped anybody all game. So, I mean, there's going to be a 4th and 1. And looks like Coach Reed is going to kick a field goal.
All right. Zeta into the ball game to attempt the field goal.
This is a tough decision by Coach Rod Reed. This is really rolling the dice because that wind is swirling down there. And if he misses this, that's really going to lose a lot of momentum.
39-yard attempt. Kick is up. And it's no good. And so the Golden Lions will take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
Yeah, that's costly. That's costly. The Tigers started on territory with a good punt return by Chris Rowland and get no points from it. You're in the hole. You're at home. Your defense is not playing well. You have to go for that, don't you think, Howard?
Well, a little early in the ball game, and then Zeta, you got to think about that now. Zeta is money. I mean, and I know the wind was blowing against him, but I don't know. That's a tough call. I probably would have gone, though. I didn't say that. There goes Pine-Bluff, wide open. On the reception, Harry Ballard, 6'3", 201 pounds, and showed he could jump, too.
Yeah, that was one of our impact players. That's the first catch of the game. And right off the bat, after the blown opportunity by the Tigers offense, they come right back with a big play. The Golden Lions are in business.
All right, 1st down and 10. Harry Ballard, the leading receiver in the SWAC conference. On the keeper, Shannon Patrick picks up a yard on the play.
Yeah, that time looked like there might have been some mixed signals, and what we just saw is the Tigers go back to nickel, and what the Golden Lions have been doing offensively is when they bring in an extra cornerback, they run the football. So let's see what they do here.
Patrick on the keeper again. And he's close to the first down, brought down around the 39, maybe 41, maybe 40-yard line. And they're going to mark him down at the 41, a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah, well,
they've been looking at film, haven't they?
That's the thing, right? They've been paying attention. Even though that's what it wasn't a called run, it's still a run play with positive yards.
Looked pretty intentional to me.
And the Tigers looked up with that one, because if he throws that up where the receiver can keep running, that is a touchdown. Nevertheless, that's an inaccurate throw by Patrick. And it's 4th and 2. And let's see if they decide to punt or they decide to down it deep into Tiger territory. If I'm the Tigers, I'll keep defense. I'll go punt safe here because it's only a couple of yards for the first down. And I would make sure I would stay onside as well, back up from the ball, and make sure you watch it.
All right, I'm sure the Tigers are going to flags on the field. Well, no flags, just whistles. Nobody's moving. Okay, delay a game. It's going to be called against the Golden Lions.
Yep, but if I'm the Tigers, I still keep my defense on the field. They've gone with the punt team. I'm still watching for the Golden Lions to do something tricky here because all momentum is on their side.
There's a high punt that's going to come down to Roland, and Roland handles it at the 11-yard line. Well, fans, with 5:36 remaining in this first half, the score is 13-7, Golden Lions. You're listening to OVC Football on ESPN+.
Rookie.
Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Go State!
Go State!
State.
State? His first words. You are my son.
State stinks.
State stinks?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Bravo team moving to checkpoint.
2 o'clock, 10 feet up the right.
Visual 3 o'clock.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
Car lovers have an unspoken language, and Haggerty understands it all. That's why we've created a community dedicated to celebrating driving, the Haggerty Drivers Club, with members-only events, the award-winning Haggerty magazine, roadside service, and insight into buying and selling. Heck, you don't even need a car to join. You're already part of the club. So let's make it official. Join the Haggerty Drivers Club today, and let's drive together.
The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes any show look larger than.
Fans, we're back here at Hill Stadium on the campus of Tennessee State University here in Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee State with the ball, 1st and 10 from the 11. Pass is complete at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, on that play, once again, Cameron has to watch the whole field. He had Chris Rowland streaking down the middle of the on the hash, and that would have been an easy touchdown. Nevertheless, he took the short throw. That's positive yards on 1st down, but he has to start paying attention and make sure he looks and reads that defense before he makes a decision.
Pick up at 2 yards. Ball on the 14. Fake to Roland. Quarterback keeper. Back to the line of scrimmage is Octavius Battle at the quarterback position. On the stop, number 53, Isaac Peppers.
Yeah, that time that fooled nobody for the Golden Lions. They had a host of Lions over there for that tackle. Nevertheless, the Cameron's back in the game on the 3rd and 7.
Cameron Rosenthal in the game. Big third down play for the Tigers. They came out of the hole last time. Let's see if they can do it again. And that was supposed to be a screen, but there's no way in the world that Robertson could have handled that ball.
Yeah, that's just not a very good sequence for the offense. They would seem to clicking. But since they missed that field goal, there's been 3 kind of lackluster plays. And right now the Tigers are on the ropes because they're going to give the Golden Lions great field position. And with 4 minutes left and they get the ball back in the first and the second half, it's imperative that the defense does not give up any points because this game can get out of hand real quick.
Mosley needs a big kick. And he gets TSU roll. They could have let it roll a little farther, but it was down at midfield.
Yeah, that ball was kind of doing a corkscrew, so just nevertheless, just down it and get off the field.
Get off the field, yeah. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions. They have owned this game to this point with 251 total yards in the first half of this ball game, and the first half is not over.
Yeah, talking with the Golden Lions staff, they felt very confident coming into Nashville and putting on a good performance. And it's as good as advertised.
Williams on the carry and picks up a big first down as he's going to be ruled down at the 39-yard line, pick up of 11 yards.
Yeah, the Tigers' defensive line is just being handled right now. No penetration. And, you know, the Golden Lions are pretty much doing what they want to right now. This is a very critical point in the game for the TSU Tigers.
Williams with 54 yards so far in the ball game. As Perry decides to dump it out of bounds, Tigers defense playing tough.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play.
Procedure called against the Golden Lions, which is going to move them back to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, if I'm the Tigers, I have to think twice on that one because you got a a negative play on that play or a play with no yardage. And the biggest thing is you don't want the Pine-Bluff having a bunch of chances at your defense because they are on fire right now.
It's going to be 1st and 15. Low snap. That was a good defensive effort by the Big Blue, making contact in the backfield. Just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, that's the junior Larry Wilhoit. Once again, it came up and sealed the edge hard, but could not make the play, which has been a reoccurring thing for this defense. Tackling has been a major struggle for him this year so far in 2019.
New quarterback in the game now. Shannon Patrick. On the carry, Porter.
That's a big-time play by Terry Strada, who's been bumped down to middle linebacker since Jayshawn Bryant went out in the first quarter. I mean, he doesn't make that tackle right there. They have sealed the edge again, and they're off and running. The Tigers going to have to go into the locker room and figure out how to compete on the edges. Now the Golden Lions are starting to pull and kick out and pull guards and tackles, and they're just on the roll right now.
Third down, 8 yards to go. And looks like it's going to be a first down on the reception. Porter out of the backfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions at the Tennessee State 24-yard line. Shannon Patrick in the game now. He's 5 of 6 in passing for 83 yards.
Yeah, that's an easy call.
There's going to be a flag on that one.
That's an easy call. He had his left hand wrapped around the shoulder pads, and they're going to call that every time.
Pass interference by the Big Blue. No real argument on that play. Nick Harper Jr., he's had a tough day so far.
Well, this is critical right here for the Tigers defense. They have to figure out a way to limit the points because this is where the Golden Lions are deadly in the red zone, and the Tigers are misaligned right now. This is going to be easy play if he gets through there. Oh, man, it was a misalignment after misalignment on that play. I saw that from the top. They should have called timeout or something. They were not lined up properly, and that's an easy touchdown for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine-Bluff. Wow.
12-yard touchdown run by Porter, and Ronnie Killens could not make that play. Had lined up well for the tackle, just bumped him.
Yeah, but it was confusion from that play from the get-go, and it was pretty easy for that play to work, especially after the guy missed the tackle, and that's another block, extra point, and that was your 6'7" wide receiver, Malik Hawk, that blocked that kick, and that's why he comes in and tries to jump up high and block it. But getting back to the defense, man, this is tough for Tiger fans, and they got to figure out what they can do at home at halftime.
All right, with 1:32 remaining in the first half, the score, Arkansas Pine-Bluff 19, Tennessee State University 7. You're listening to college football and looking at college football on ESPN+.
Rookie.
Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Go State!
Go State!
State.
State? His first words. You are my son.
State stinks.
State stinks?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 243, known as the Reaper. Australia's own Robert Whittaker isn't just coming home, he's coming to defend the middleweight title. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Here at Tennessee State University, as Arkansas Pine-Bluff has gone up by a score of 19-7, and Tennessee State University has not been able to figure out what to do with them defensively, as they have 294 yards total offense so far in the first half.
Well, that's a perfect kick.
Perfect kick and knocked the
well,
byline over. Well, they're going to call it out of bounds.
Well, he dropped his flag. I don't know what that's going to be called.
But now, if you touch it when you're trying to score, it's a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're in the end zone, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that ball knock it down?
It did, but he called a flag, and he just gave I guess they're moving to the 35-yard line. I really don't know. I think I've never seen that before.
I mean, good for TSU.
Yep.
But, again, if I'm running the football and if I touch it and knock it down, I've scored. So if the ball knocks it down, you would have to think that it was in the end zone.
Okay, looked like he's giving another signal. And we'll know where if they place the ball on the 25-yard line, it's a touchback. And that's where it looked like they're going to place it, so you were right.
Yeah,
but I didn't understand why he dropped the flag anyway.
I don't either.
Thought it was a perfect kick.
You couldn't get much better than that.
Yes.
I don't know that he meant it, but it worked. All right, Tennessee State University with 1:32 remaining in this half is going to try to get some points on the board and needs to get some points on the board because Arkansas Pine-Bluff doesn't seem to be slowing down. There's a pass, and it's complete to Roland. And Roland's brought down at the 39-yard line, pick up 13 yards. Let's give him 14. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Big Blue.
Well, the Tigers have all 3 of their timeouts, so they don't have to really rush. They can still work the middle of the field, and because they have all the timeouts. Now, that was, once again, 2 different signals. He gave a catch signal, and then he just called it incomplete. He gave us 2 signals there.
Yep. That's according to what side of the stands you're on.
Yeah.
As to whether you like that call or not. It looks like it's going to go against the Big Blue.
Yep, they called it incomplete.
Well, if anything, it stopped the clock. So Tigers will have 1 minute and 12 seconds. Rosenthal looks across the field.
He missed him. He missed the guy. He saw him. He saw him late, but that was an incomplete pass. But Al Malik Moore was open, crossing the field. That's an accurate throw. He still running.
All right, pick up.
And they don't have to rush here. They have 3 timeouts.
Pick up 13 yards on the play.
He's open. And it's late throw, and that's an interception. Oh, man, Cameron.
All righty. Big play by number 4, Henry Murphy.
Well, you just got to equate that to Cameron not being fully 100% because Chris Rowland was open right away and did not see him, threw the ball late and soft. And that allowed the defender to get back into play and make the interception. Now, here's the thing. Pine-Bluff still has 2 timeouts and have not been stopped in the first half. They have a chance to score more points, and they get it back on the second half.
47 seconds remaining, which is more than enough time for Arkansas Pine-Bluff the way they've been playing football here today. Patrick back to pass. Ball is in the air.
Oh, that's another interception for Larry Wilhoit. Wow, what a play.
On the interception, pass intended for Colby McNeil, and the Tigers get the ball back with 40 seconds remaining.
Well, that is the second interception. The first 2 interceptions for the year for the Tigers have come from a backup safety. The junior from Franklin Road Academy. He's come in and made his presence felt. He saved the touchdown with 1 interception, and now he's giving the ball back to the Tigers with all 3 timeouts, 40 seconds left. This gives the Tigers offense a new lease on life.
All right, Tigers have it first down and 10 with 40 seconds remaining. Rolling with the reception and a first down.
Now the Tigers need to understand they have all 3 of their timeouts. So, I mean, they can work the middle of the field, but, hey, they don't need to let time run off the clock like this. They need to call a timeout. Call timeout. They calling timeout. They're trying to call timeout, and finally they get it. They lost 5 seconds there. The Tigers offense, the Tigers sideline was calling timeout, and they should try to discuss by getting some time on the clock. Look like Coach Reed is talking about that now.
I think he is, and everybody's attention was over on the far sideline and not where it needed to be. That was on the reception for the Tigers, Steve Newbold. And Tennessee State is still in good field position.
Yeah, that was Stephen Newbold. The reason why they didn't stop the clock, even though he got out of bounds, they're saying that his forward momentum was stopped and he was going back. We got pushed backwards by the defender. But the Tigers need to be aware of clock management here. They have 2 timeouts. And if you work it right, you may have 3 plays, no more than 4. So the Tigers going to have to really be smart with game management here and use the clock wisely.
All right, fans, 19 seconds remaining in this first half. Tennessee State University trying to pull within 4. Or within 5, could be 4. And the pass was basically downed as the rush is the biggest pass defender on the field.
Well, that's twice the Tigers have tried to run a screen that was unsuccessful. That play may need to be canned. That has not been successful today. And you really don't see too many screens with this type of game down in situation. So they need to be throwing the ball down the field, trying to strike the end zone, because they may have 3 or 4 plays left with 2 timeouts.
3rd down and 1. They definitely need the first down. And there it is. Pass complete to Rowland. And timeout called by the Big Blue.
Well, that play took exactly 8 seconds. So, you know, right now you got maybe 2 shots here.
Well, they're going to have to be 2 quick shots.
Well, you know, in this situation, you got a 6'7" wide receiver.
Yes,
and,
you do.
You got to give them a chance with a fade or a fade stop or a back shoulder throw to one of the senior receivers. Nevertheless, you can't play around here. This touchdown or lack thereof could be the difference in the ball game. If you're the Golden Lions fan, you got to be kicking yourself in the foot, you know, shaking your head, because you've dominated this first half and could have much more points than you currently have. And if you go in with a single-digit lead, you're going to feel defeated a little bit. So it's big for both teams right here with 8 seconds left to figure out how this play is going to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's the cleanest kick I've ever heard on the radio. Kick yourself in the foot.
Kick yourself in the foot.
That nobody can call and complain about it. Kids can listen.
Yeah.
Everybody can.
Yes, you got to stay PG.
All right, the Golden Lions are calling timeout now. They want to talk about it. So it's going to be, this could be a long 8 seconds.
Yeah, well, Coach Thomas is the defensive coordinator. He was the defensive coordinator at Alcorn State when they won some of their SWAC East champions. So he's now calling the plays. He had 2 timeouts left. He wanted to see what the Tigers were going to come out in, and now he's going to defend it. So smart play by the coach.
All right, so, Coach, let's talk about this. 8 seconds left, so running the ball is like off the table, right?
Oh, yeah.
Off the table.
You cannot run the football. Well, you got a timeout. You still got 2 timeouts, or 1 timeout. But it's just not smart. If you want right now, you need 7 points. You need to be throwing the ball into the end zone.
Go to the end zone. That's what I...
And you got a receiver that has more height than anybody on the field.
And he's in the game.
And you got to give him a chance. But right now, he needs to get on the line of scrimmage because that's a legal formation. Okay, now he's okay.
All right, your 6'6" defender out there in no man's land. And nobody's looking at him. There's a pass, and it's dropped.
Oh, man. Oh, Stephen Newbold was wide open for the Tigers. I mean, Stephen Newbold was wide open, and he just missed him. Cameron has not been himself this first half, locking into receivers and already having his mind set where he's going to throw the football, and he just missed a wide open receiver right there for an easy touchdown. Nevertheless, the Tigers will be lucky to get points here because –
well, the wind has kind of settled down a little bit as Zeta's in the ball game. 30-yard field goal attempt. Missed his last attempt. And it looks like it's going to be good. So as the halftime clock rolls down to 0, Tennessee State University's pulled within 9 points of the Golden Lions. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of talking in the dressing room on both sides, but probably more on Tennessee State's side because the Golden Lions have had a lot of success. What are they talking about?
Well, I don't know what the Tigers team is going to be talking about. But I know what they should be talking about is figuring out what kind of ball club they want to be with 22 seniors. I mean, this right here, you're in the hole. You got 22 seniors. You've let a team come in and dominate you on your home territory. And this has just been a reoccurring theme for this team for the last 2.5 games. They have been atrocious on defense, and they have senior leadership on that side. So the Tigers going to have to figure out what kind of season they want to have because the next 30 minutes is going to determine whether they are a 1-3 team or a 500 team going into conference play.
All right, well, fans, we're going to come back and talk more during the halftime. I'm Howard Gentry Jr. along with Derek Fleming, and we're here on the campus of Tennessee State University as Tennessee State University is trailing the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine-Bluff by a score of 19-10. We'll be back in just a few minutes as you're listening to and watching ESPN 3 college football right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Rookie.
What's better than having fast, reliable Wi-Fi with coverage throughout your home? How about having internet that can help you save on your wireless bill? Xfinity gives you the most reliable internet for all your devices and the fastest speeds from America's best internet provider, so you can easily stream all your favorite movies and TV shows. Plus, save hundreds of dollars a year when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Bravo team moving to checkpoint.
2 o'clock, 10 feet up the right.
Visual 3 o'clock.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard.
Family in sight.
Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
This is it?
This is it.
I don't get it. No touchscreen, no USB port, no Bluetooth, no anything.
Exactly.
Grandpa, how do you roll down the window?
It's called the window crank.
Sometimes the best way to connect
Cool.
is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
Being old is kind of cool.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Rookie.
What's better than having fast, reliable Wi-Fi with coverage throughout your home? How about having internet that can help you save on your wireless bill? Xfinity gives you the most reliable internet for all your devices and the fastest speeds from America's best internet provider, so you can easily stream all your favorite movies and TV shows. Plus, save hundreds of dollars a year when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Visual on target. Target in sight. Convoy on route.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard.
Load him to the Humvee.
It's okay. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
Car lovers have an unspoken language, and Haggerty understands it all. That's why we've created a community dedicated to celebrating driving, the Haggerty Drivers Club, with members-only events, the award-winning Haggerty magazine, roadside service, and insight into buying and selling. Heck, you don't even need a car to join. You're already part of the club. So let's make it official. Join the Haggerty Drivers Club today, and let's drive together.
Taco party! Taco Which one of you ladies?
Strawberry chocolate!
Anything goes in old El Paso.
Rookie.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Rookie.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
What does everyone want tonight? Tacos! You can call us crazy, that's okay. We'll get party packs delivered any day. Bring the party to your crew with Taco Bell party packs delivered by Grubhub.
How can something like floor mats help improve your business? How can this give your employees more confidence to do that? For over 1 million companies, the answer is simple. Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Here we go again. This is a dream.
name is John Rood.
Josh Gold.
I'm Dustin Frisk.
And I'm Courtney Frisk, and this is Why We Drive.
You have 27 outs to keep your title hopes alive or tear up another season. The AL Wildcard Game, Wednesday, October 2nd at 8 on ESPN.
The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes any show look larger than life. But the super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football.
Taco party! Taco party! Taco party! Taco party!
Which one of you ladies ordered dessert?
I did. Strawberry chocolate!
Anything goes in Old El Paso.
Rookie.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
What does everyone want tonight? Tacos! You can call us crazy, that's okay. We'll get party packs delivered any day. Bring the party to your crew with Taco Bell party packs delivered by Grubhub.
Never
even waffles at the free hot breakfast. And somehow they still lost. Guess by how many? For the best price guaranteed, book at Hampton.com. Hampton by Hilton.
Mr. In Between. Thursday at 10 on FX.
Welcome you back to Hale Stadium on the campus of Tennessee State University here in Nashville, Tennessee, as the Tigers of TSU are trailing Arkansas Pine-Bluff Golden Lions by a score of 19-10. If you look at the stats and look at the score, Tennessee State should be trailing by a lot more points. Right now, just looking at the halftime stats, total offense, 294 yards for Arkansas, and Tennessee State with 161 yards.
Yeah, if you're a Golden Lions fan, you're glad that you have the halftime lead, but you got to be shaking your head because you've dominated the Tigers from the Ohio Valley Conference, and it hasn't really been a close game in the first half. I mean, they've done what they wanted to do, and with a team like the Golden Lions, who just put up 645 total yards against Alabama A&M, they're real on track to maybe having one of those big-time yardage games again and blow this game completely out of reach.
Well, you know, they've scored over 50 points in the last 2 ball games, each game. And they've had huge games averaging around 600 yards in both those games. In this ball game, they're on that 600-yard track, but they're not on the 50-point scoring track so far, which is a plus for Tennessee State if they can find a way to stop Arkansas Pine-Bluff and also to find a way to get the ball in the end zone once they get in the red zone.
Yeah, the offense was decent in the first half, squandering several opportunities for touchdowns and going for field goals. They were 1 for 2 for field goals, but the difference in the game is the 2 interceptions by Larry Wilhoit for the Tigers defense that really kept them into this game. Nevertheless, if the Golden Lions clean this thing up, it could get out of hand pretty quick.
All right, well, this is a little bit of history that you might not realize, but Tennessee State University, of course, is a HBCU, as is Arkansas Pine-Bluff, and this is the last HBCU team Tennessee State will play in this season. They play Jackson State, of course, and also Mississippi Valley. The Tigers defeated Mississippi Valley, lost to Jackson State, but Tennessee State has a huge record as it relates to the HBCUs, and Coach Reed also has had a lot of success in playing HBCU teams. Tigers are over almost 700 or more in percentage as in defeating HBCU teams, and Coach Reed has a great record against HBCU teams. But Arkansas Pine-Bluff is looking to change that, and we'll give you more on that as we go, as Tennessee State University will be kicking it off to Arkansas Pine-Bluff in a matter of moments.
Yeah, this is very pivotal, this first drive for the Tigers defense, to see if whatever they spoke about at halftime will translate to some type of success on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the last 8 quarters for this defense, they have just totally been gashed, and just got to figure out what's going on with that. Let's see if they can make their correct adjustments coming out of half.
Mosley to kick off for the Big Blue. Looks like Williams on the return, and they finally bring him down, but Tigers have not been really putting pads on people so far in this ball game. Back to the HBCUs. Tennessee State has a 399-142 loss and 19 tie record against HBCUs, which is a .729 winnage percentage, and that's huge. And since taking over, Coach Reed is 22-5 against HBCUs, so I know he'd love to keep that average up. First down and 10. And that's Skylar Perry in the ball game.
Yeah, that's a good sign for the Tiger, the senior Mickey Brown on the stop. That counter play has been giving the Tigers fits all season, and especially in this game as well, and they was able to minimize it to a short gain.
Pick up 1 on the play, 2nd and 9. Tigers tough on the corner. A good stop. Probably a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, that's Terry Strada, the sophomore from Miami, Florida, on the stop. That's a play also that's been giving the Tigers a lot of problems with holding containment, but it was good to see both the outside backer and the corner come up strong and set the edge so that the middle linebacker could come clean it up.
Skylar Perry, 5 of 9 for 48 yards and 1 interception. And he's back pass. He goes upfield and throws it out of the reach of anyone. Pass intended for Harry Ballard.
Well, if you're a Tiger fan, that's the best defensive stance you had in 3 weeks. And so that's a good sign coming out of the locker room and being able to get off the field with a 3 and out. This should give the Tigers great field position. And whenever you have Chris Rowland back, it could be a time for the band to crank up if you give him too much room. Nevertheless, that's a positive sign for the Tigers to come out of the locker room with a 3 and out.
All right, into punt is Miles Piney, standing back around the 9-yard line.
I still haven't figured out this wind, Howard. I believe it's truly a crosswind. It's swirling inside of the stadium. The flags right now look like they might help this kick, but everything going from right to left, it seems like it's been being held up in the wind. So it's interesting to see how much distance he can get on this punt.
Well, you know, Hale Stadium is known for a challenge when the wind is blowing. And he gets a kick off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds close to midfield. So the Tigers are going to get great field position.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the game, directional kicking. That one came off the side of his foot and maybe went 20 yards. Nevertheless, the Tigers are going to start with positive plus territory and plus territory. And let's see what the Tigers can brew up coming out of halftime with the offense.
Tennessee State with 161 yards total offense, opposed to 294 for the Golden Lions. There's a handoff off right tackle, right guard, and Robertson running hard. Picks up 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're running behind the senior right guard, Raekwon Allen, on that play with a simple dive play. 5 yards on the play.
Here he goes again, and he gets first down, still on his feet as he crosses down inside the 40-yard line. First down, Big Blue, ball down at the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a Tiger fan, you're hoping everybody on the team is fired up like to Kendrick Robertson. My Lord, he's coming out like a man possessed with 2 big runs for a first down.
He's run twice. There he is again, as he's going to be marked down after about a 2-yard pickup.
Well, here comes the substitution for a guy that a lot of people in the stands have been looking for, and that's Seth Rowland. The senior out of Nolensville, Tennessee, a Ravenwood product in the backfield now. And when you get him lathered up, it's hard to stop him.
Had almost 100 yards against Middle Tennessee, 96. There he is on the carry, and there he goes. And Rowland's close to that first down mark, as he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2.
Well, it looks like Coach Shannon Harris, the offensive coordinator, has figured out, hey, the best defense for the Tigers today is keep the ball away from the Pine-Bluff Golden Lions. So he's come back with an exclusive rushing attack, and that should be an offside. Oh, no, that should be an offsides because
he should have been drawn out.
Yeah, he was drawn out. That was definitely movement on the Pine-Bluff side. Oh, that's a tough call on the Tigers. Tough call on the Tigers. The Golden Lions were in the neutral zone, which the senior, Chris Rowland, saw that, took up the field to try to draw him off and was penalized. And now that makes it a 3rd and 7. That's a tough break for the TSU Tigers.
3rd down and 7 for the Big Blue. Big play for Rosenthal as he tries to get this team on track. And there he is. There's Rowland. And his touchdown, Big Blue. And that should be a penalty. And it is.
Well,
and Rowland needs to walk away.
Well, he is. He's a smart kid. He's not going to go for that one. But he just made a mistake, and you knew that was burning him up inside because he's a kid that's cerebral and does the good things and do them right. And so when he got a chance to make him pay for it, he just did. Big time. First 4 minutes of the half for the Tigers, they come out like they want to defend the home field with a quick strike, short drive, 50-yard touchdown drive to come out into the second half. Touchdown Tigers.
All right, Cedar in the ball game to attempt the point after.
John, can you hear me?
Tigers could pull. Within 2. And the kick is good. With 11:13 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the score, Arkansas Pine-Bluff 19, Tennessee State University 17. We'll be back after this message. You're looking and watching Tennessee State football on ESPN+.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it. The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back. Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Isn't it time you connected to something greater? Sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes any show look larger than life. But the super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
And we're back on the campus of Tennessee State University as the Tigers have pulled within 2. Mosley with the kickoff. And it's going deep into the end zone after the penalty was assessed on the kickoff, and which gave Mosley basically a chip shot, and he put it out of the playing area. On that last series, Tennessee State started on the 50-yard line and moved the ball down to the 35, and there was a hookup between Cam Rosenthal and Seth Rowland. Touchdown, Big Blue. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Golden Lions 25. And let's see what they can do. Well, there they go. On the carry, Tyler Porter. Prior to that run, Porter had 93 yards, so that's going to probably put him over the 100-yard mark if the stats are right, with a 9-yard pickup. Yep, 102 yards so far in this game. Pass intended for the leading receiver, Harry Ballard. Not in this game, but for the Golden Lions. Well, he is the leading receiver in this ball game. He's only caught 2 passes, 38 yards.
Yeah, that's a good play by Nick Harper Jr. Taking out their big-time receiver and giving a chance for a 3rd down there, which they just converted. But Nick Harper has played an exceptional game out here on corner on their top receiver, Harry Ballard. And you got to be encouraged by him. He's still a young guy and getting only his 4th or 5th start as a Tiger.
Tyler Porter again on the carry. Picked up a couple yards for the 1st down. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 37. Tigers doing a better job on the corners. Great defensive effort by number 18, Devon Bryant. Oh, Terry Straughter.
Yeah, you got
Bryant's quarterback.
Yeah, you got to give
218.
You got to give that play to the strong backer, Epting, who came up and sealed the edge and allowed for the middle linebacker Terry Straughter to come clean that play up. The Tigers have really trying to solidify the edge in the 2nd half.
2nd and 12. Had a receiver wide open, but took a hard lick by Epting, and the quarterback, Skylar Perry, gets up slow.
Yeah, that was a blown coverage. Nobody covered the tight end, Jeremy Brown, who kind of did a block down and release late type of route, and there was no one there. He looked like he came up gimpy on that play, actually. I might have pulled something. They kept that play from being successful.
Here come the Tigers again, and it's going to be a sack. On the sack for the Tigers, James Green. And it's going to be 4th down and 14.
Well, that's got to be encouraging if you're a Tiger fan. I mean, in the 1st half, you gave up basically 300 yards of total offense with a team that was averaging around 600 yards these last 2 or 3 games. So, looked like they have been able to figure out something in the locker room and kind of slow the Golden Lions down. Nevertheless, if you're a Golden Lions fan, you got to be a little bit concerned because you should have been up by way more than 9 points. And look like the Tiger defense is now starting to get their footing behind it.
Boy, Golden Lions get a great bounce on that one. And that ball is going to roll all the way down to the 11-yard line. The punter on that play, Miles Piney, and he put his foot into it.
Well, that was a makeup from the botch kick he had the last time and went only 20 yards. So it's going to average out and get his average back up to a decent and respectable number. But you can't blame Chris Rowland on that one. That was a directional kick, and he was on the other side. He let it go, and they just got a good bounce.
Well, if my numbers are right, that was a 54-yard punt, and the Tigers will start at 1st and 10 on their 11. Robeson's trying to fight his way upfield.
Now, how that's not a flag is unbeknownst to me.
You pull a helmet off out of bounds.
He pulled his helmet completely off his head out of bounds. And there's no call. So, I mean, you just, Ripley's believe it or not. You're standing right there as a line judge, and you see a guy's helmet get ripped off his head, and you call nothing.
Wow, loss of 2 on the play. Seth Rowland in the ball game now. Newbold out of bounds at the 16. Well, 7 yards on the play.
But Newbold Newbold had 3 catches in the first half and for 55 yards. So you just still feel, if you're a Golden Lion fan, that you got to be wary of number 1, because it's just a matter of time that he makes something happen. And so this is a big 3rd down for the Golden Lions defense to get off the field.
3rd and 5. And there's Rowland, 1st down, Big Blue.
Let's see if the offense try to have a little tempo here now, because they have a position group in, or they have a group of guys in that can play multiple positions. And this is when Shannon likes, or Coach Harris, the offensive coordinator for TSU, likes to go pick up a little tempo.
Rowland has cramp, it appears, had to come off the field. And I believe that's Seth Rowland on the carry. Pickup of 1. 2nd and 9.
Well, you're seeing what the Tigers are wanting to do. They're trying to shorten the game by exclusively running this football in the second half and maintaining possession, which is a good defense to when your defense is struggling.
And off to Rowland. He's got room. And it's going to be close to that 1st down. According to the mark, it looks like it's going to be a 1st down for the Big Blue. That's Seth Rowland again on the carry.
Well, you kind of figure the Rowland brothers are making their presence felt in the second half. The younger brother, Chris, has caught a touchdown pass, and now little brother is starting to get it going in the backfield.
Pass to the big guy. Out of bounds, just shy of the 40-yard line.
And I think I just said that in reverse. I believe Seth is the older brother, and Chris is the little brother.
That's right. That's right.
Nevertheless, that's positive play on 1st down to Malik Hawk, the 6'7" receiver from the West Coast out in California. So the Tigers are starting to get some rhythm with the offense with short passing game and the run game.
Pick up of 5 yards, 2nd and 5. And up to Roberson, and he picks up another 1st down. And these running backs are running hard for the Big Blue.
Yes, it is. You can argue and basically say that the attitude for the Tigers has come from both running backs in the backfield running extremely hard. Kendrick Roberson has come out and been a man on fire with the run plays. And so that's kind of brought over to both sides of the ball, and the Tigers are starting to gain some momentum.
Roberson again. Reverses field. A great one-on-one tackle by Martavius Washington. And had it not been for Martavius Washington, he would have turned that corner.
Yeah, he's trying to do a little bit too much.
Yep.
After he made the first or second guy miss, he then has to get north and south and get 4 or 5 yards, which he could have had. But that ends up being a no gain on the play.
Pass complete at the 33-yard line. And Tennessee State starting to move the ball. Malik Moore on the catch.
Yeah, well, when you get the running game going now, those linebackers are getting sucked up, and now they're having seam routes and all type of play action opportunities. And with the passing game, that's all coming from the run game.
21 yards on the play. Moore again. Great move, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. Touchdown, Tennessee State University. The Tigers take the lead.
Well, that was all Malik Moore, who made a guy, defender miss, picked up a block from one of his receivers and got a chance to go to the end zone for a touchdown.
33 yards on the touchdown. Tennessee State goes up by a score of 23-19. And boy, they must have had a good talk in the dressing room.
Well, that should have been one of those talks that you have in the hole. And it's interesting that the Tigers are not going for two here because that would make it a 6-point game if they made it. And they've already blocked 2 extra points. So, you know, you got to think about that. It's no difference between 5 and 6. They need that 6 because they've been blocking the extra point.
You know what I'm going to say, and I might not say it, but somebody told me that sometimes you go on and go for 1 so you can keep the team up after a big play.
Well, I understand. You know what I do for a living, Howard.
Hey,
I'm a math guy.
You're a math guy. All right, fans, with 3:49 remaining in the third quarter, the Tigers have taken a 24-19 lead. You've been watching OVC football on ESPN+.
Rookie.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, this game's not over, so we're not the best. This is our team. No matter what.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-topping pizza for just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Fans, we're back at Hale Stadium at Tennessee State University. The Tigers of TSU taking a 24-19 lead. And a big return, a huge return by Arkansas Pine-Bluff. Mosley on the tackle. And they have great field position. On that last drive, Tennessee State had 10 plays for 89 yards. Passed the ball 5 of 5 for 74 yards. And scored on a 33-yard touchdown pass to Malik Moore.
Well, at halftime, when we came out of halftime, the Tigers were being outgained by 133 yards. Now the Tigers lead the total yardage by 4 yards. So the Tigers have come out and flip-flop this whole football game.
And there's a handoff, and the Tigers again playing tough on the corners. Porter on the carry.
Well, that's been the single most difference in the game for the Tigers defense is stopping that counter play and securing the edge, and now they're starting to get penetration from the defense interior line. That time it was number 49, the transfer from Purdue, who was all in the backfield, which allowed the middle linebacker, Terry Strada, to clean up. So the Tigers seem like they're starting to fit gaps now and starting to get penetration.
Porter on the carry. Prior to that carry, had 12 carries for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's going to push him back 10 yards.
And number 49 is Allen Daniels for the Tigers.
Again, Tigers playing tough defensively. Somebody woke somebody up, and Tigers playing tough. Allen Daniels on the stop there.
Well, there was one move by Coach Davison, who's the defensive line coach. He put in a true freshman by the name of Teray Jones out of Madison County, number 44. And since he's been inserted into the game, he's made his presence felt. He's all in the backfield.
2nd and 18. Wide open, and on the move is number 18. Dylan Hill. No, it's number 19, I'm sorry.
Now that looks like number 13, DeJuan Miller.
That's who it was.
Yeah, the SWAC freshman of the year last year with that catch, and that's one of those deals where Dominique Williams for the Tigers saw the ball behind him and tried to play the ball and didn't play him.
And the Golden Lions starting to move again. Keyshawn Williams on the run. Pickup of 11 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's Keyshawn Williams, that the redshirt senior from Pine-Bluff on that carry.
On the reception, Harry Ballard, and he's just pushing Tigers down and out of the way as he moves that ball downfield. Close to the first down marker. He did get the first down. Well, no. Yes, he did. 11-yard pickup. Ball on the 28. Again, Ballard on the reception. Ballard's a big 6'3", 201-pound redshirt junior from St. Louis, Missouri.
Also, the Golden Lions have gone to their passer, Shannon Patrick, who's connected on his last 3 throws. And now the Golden Lions have seemed to gain momentum back from the Tigers.
And there's nothing but green. Touchdown, Williams. As he kind of quietly scampered 22 yards, unmolested, into the end zone.
He was untouched. He was untouched and ran down the middle of the defensive line. That's just unheard of. You just got to figure out what in the world is going on with Tigers defense when a guy can run and counterplay in the middle and does not get touched by anybody. So Golden Lions look like they are going for 2. And the defense of the Tigers seem like they don't recognize that. Still have Al Malikian, who's the 6'7" receiver. They just noticed it. There's no way that they know what they are calling right now in the defense. This may not be good for the Tigers.
Patrick at quarterback. And he rolls right. He's got a receiver open, but incomplete. And a little melee over there on the sideline.
Well, Howard, I'm not going to say anything at all because look at that score.
25-24. And Arkansas Pine-Bluff has taken the lead by 1 with 59 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Tigers kind of took control early in the third quarter, but on that last series, it was all Golden Lions.
Well, Howard, you're being nice. You know exactly what I'm speaking of. It was the decision for the Tigers. They should have went for 2 because that manual was going to tell you there's no difference between 4 and 5 if you need to get to 6. They had to go for 2 there. And now what happened was they're behind by 1 because it didn't go for 2 because Pine-Bluff didn't kick an extra point, and they went for 2. So it should be a tie game, but it's not. So the Tigers are behind. They got to figure out a way to capture the lead.
Well, fans, we're going to stay right here with you as Tennessee State University and Arkansas Pine-Bluff are in a catfight, as the Arkansas Pine-Bluff are the Golden Lions and Tennessee State Big Blue Tigers. But one thing to note is Arkansas Pine-Bluff is playing 2 quarterbacks. On that series, Patrick was a quarterback and took them 60 yards down the field in 6 plays, and of course ended on the run, 22-yard run by Williams with nobody touching it.
Yeah, the defense had some momentum to that big second down throw. It was the Tigers had gotten a holding call against the Lions and pushed them back to 1st and 20. They had a short gain on the first down, and then the pass to DeJuan Miller, who was able to break a tackle and get the first down, changed that whole momentum of that drive. And from there, they went on to punch it in and take the lead. So, you know, it's going back and forth, back and forth. The Tigers have made it much more competitive here in the second half, because in the first half, it really wasn't that competitive. If it wasn't for the mistakes of the Golden Lions, they would have been up by a couple of touchdowns.
The Golden Lions with 371 yards total offense, Tennessee State with 305. And the Tigers still win in the passing game, 237 to 165. But in rushing, the Golden Lions 206 yards, Tennessee State 68.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Coach Thomas does here on this kickoff. I believe the wind is behind him
at the moment,
but it's swirling. Let's see if he does a pooch kick.
Oh, he's kicking it away. It's going to be rolling on the return. And he's going to be marked down around the 25-yard line. Tigers will start 1st and 10 from that point.
Let's talk a little bit about penalties today. The penalties, the Tigers have only been penalized 4 times, which has been very important for them because they've been a highly penalized team, while the Arkansas Pine-Bluff Golden Lions have 9 penalties. And there's been a couple, it's getting a little chippy after each play now, so it's going to be interesting to see going into the 4th quarter, what team makes the big mistake with a bad penalty.
All right, Cam Rosenthal, the quarterback. He's gone this entire game. He's been nursing a sore knee. Robeson on the carry. Picks up a couple yards. He's running hard. He's got 13 carries now for 48 yards. It hasn't been easy going, but he's running hard. 2nd down. They don't give him 3 on that one. 2nd and 7. Bad snap. Rosenthal tried to pick the ball up, should have fallen on it. But you know what? It's hard to get down there with a bad knee.
Yeah, well, that snap wasn't that bad, Howard. That was just he took his eyes off it, and he's coming up gimpy. I don't know if his brace has slid down, but he's noticeably limping after that play. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right, fans, that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score: Arkansas Pine-Bluff 25, Tennessee State University 24. You're listening to OVC Football on ESPN+.
This is it?
This is it.
I don't get it. No touchscreen, no USB port, no Bluetooth, no anything.
Exactly.
Grandpa, how do you roll down the window?
It's called the window crank.
Sometimes the best way to connect
Cool.
is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
Being old is kind of cool.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Pizza man! Pizza man! Who wants pizza man?
What are you doing here, man? It's like after midnight.
Now, what are you, like in your 40s?
Yes, as are you.
All New Sunny. Season premiere Wednesday at 10 on FXX.
Tennessee State with a huge third down play, 3rd and 26. Rosenthal looks upfield, and it's going to be not enough yards for the first down, coming up way short, but at least Mosley, the punter, has a little breathing room.
Yeah, if I'm the Tigers, I've got a lot of punts safe here. Because if I'm the Lions, I'm gonna go after this one because Caleb Mosley has been really slow with his kicking the last couple of weeks, and this is something that the Tigers really need to pay attention to on this. This is an important punt.
All right, Mosley standing back at the 5, clean snap. He gets a high punt that's going to be fair caught, and it's dropped. There's a scrum for the ball, but I believe that Pine-Bluff is going to maintain possession. Scary moment for Terran Ralph, but he was able to cover it.
Yeah, Howard, I believe that wind is coming from right to left. That was a good punt. The wind has been swirling the majority of the game, and now we're starting to see the flags kind of be dedicated towards right to left, and so the Tigers will have the win in the 4th quarter.
All right, quarterback in the game is Shannon Patrick. He commandeered the last scoring drive for the Golden Lions. On the carry, Tyler Porter. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the bread and brother play for the Golden Lions. That little counter play that they're running off jet sweep, and it's been successful the majority of the game. The Tigers have tightened it up in the second half for a short game.
They will give him 1 yard. He's carried the ball 14 times for 106 yards, 7.6 average. per carry. And he's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Again, Tigers playing tough in the middle.
The Golden Lions sideline was looking for a face mask there. It looked like he got caught in the front of his jersey. It was close, but nevertheless, no penalty. 3rd and long for the Golden Lions.
Dante Ferguson on the stop for the Big Blue. 3rd and 11. Pass intended for Ralph. Great defense by Tennessee State, Neiman Armstrong.
Yeah, that's a big play by the senior from Texas, Neiman Armstrong, who came in as a nickelback that play and wasn't fooled by the double motion there. They tried to fake a screen and run a fade route down the sideline, and nevertheless, the Tigers were able to get off the field. Big 3 and out for the Tigers defense. Let's see what this wind does, Howard.
Piney into punt. And it's going to roll down at the 26-yard line. I know Chris Rowland wanted to get his hands on that ball, but he'll probably get his chance in this series.
Yeah, so that was a knuckleball kick there. So I think we know which way the wind is going now, Howard.
All right, fans, with the score 25-24, the Golden Eagles will be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to OVC Football on ESPN+.
Are you ready for all the football all the time in a season that never ends? Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
This is it?
This is it.
I don't get it. No touchscreen, no USB port, no Bluetooth, no anything.
Exactly.
Grandpa, how do you roll down the window?
It's called the window crank.
Sometimes the best way to connect
Cool.
is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
Being old is kind of cool.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Fans, we're back. And a handoff up the middle. Roberson on the carry. Pick up a couple yards on the play. 2nd and 8.
Looks like Roberson is trying to hit a home run on every run instead of just he has to plant his foot and just go north and south and get 4 or 5 if he can.
Well, he's going to get that chance. And he did what you said. Straight up the middle of the field and about a yard shy of the first down. Must have been listening to you.
Yeah, they're getting some adequate holds right there. He just has to stop trying to make it a home run, hit the single and the double sometime.
You know what? We haven't talked enough about the offensive line of Tennessee State, but they have actually been playing solid this entire game.
And been playing well all season, so a positive thing for the Tigers as they go into OVC play.
And there it goes again, and it's a first down, TSU. Ball's going to be marked down at the 44, 9-yard pickup.
Well, one thing's for sure, Kendrick Roberson has come out in the second half and has run extremely hard, which has slowed the game down for the Tigers and really got the Lions out of sequence because they was on fire in the first half.
All right, both Rowland brothers in the game. Fake to the running back, and there's a pass to the other Rowland, and first down, Tennessee State. Ball down to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 26 yards, and the Tigers again looking at the red zone.
Yeah, that's a tough call on number 80, Miles Cabot. They're going to call holding on him, but that's a questionable call. I watched that play, and Miles is complaining, and everybody on the sideline is complaining. I watched that play. He picked up an oncoming blitzer, and he pretty much put him, on the ground. And, hey, he didn't have to hold him to put him on the ground. Nevertheless, that's the call. That's a tough call in an inopportune moment for the Tigers. They were just getting into plus territory.
All right, that's going to push the Tigers back 10 yards from the point of infraction. Tigers way back at the 34-yard line. 33. There's Rowland on the carry. That's Seth Rowland. Pickup of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, you don't have to abandon your game plan, which has been in the second half. Control the clock and maintain the football and keep it away from the Golden Lions. So you just got to stay on schedule here.
Second and long. And are they going to rule it incomplete? Yes, they are.
Yeah, he got the ball. He got it punched out towards the end. I don't think he ever had complete control of that ball. That's a big drop for the senior. That's going to lead the Tigers with a third and extremely long. Was that 18, 19 yards?
Third and 19. As the clock will click down under 10 minutes. Still a lot of time in this ball game. There's a pass upfield, and it's complete to Newbold. He moved it up to the 46-yard line. Going to be 4th and 7. Got to punt it.
Yeah, that was a tough call that got the Tigers off schedule on the senior Miles Cabot on a block that was questionable. But nevertheless, that was a positive play. Hopefully they can get a good punt here with the win and get the Golden Lions inside of the 20-yard lines. The defense has really bowled its neck up in the second half, which they've only given up probably less than 100 yards in the second half. And let's see what they can come out and do.
Fair catch. Ralph on the fair catch at the 15-yard line. And it's going to be the Golden Lions from that point.
Less than 10 minutes in the game, Howard. It's a 1-point game.
A lot can happen.
A lot can happen here. I'm sitting here looking at the Tigers defense. In the first half, every time the Tigers went to a nickel back, 5 defensive backs, the Golden Lions went exclusively to the run game and punished the Tigers. Let's see what they do here.
Patrick still the quarterback. Bad snap, and Patrick goes down. Flags on the play. I wonder if the Tigers touched that ball.
No, it's a snap infraction.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was a snap infraction.
Okay.
It was on their center.
Right.
You rarely get to see that get called by the Whitecap, though. I mean, usually a line judge, which there are 2, would see that. He called that from behind the play.
What did he do, pick it up and put it back down?
Oh, no.
Oh.
They marked it off 5 yards.
No, I mean the center.
Well, he kind of moved it and made it short.
I got you. All right, that moves it back 5 yards to the 10-yard line. Oh. Even though the Tigers did a great job of making the stop, they're still flying by a lot of tackle opportunities.
Yeah, the tackling has not been great for the Tigers, but one thing is better is containment. That time it was the nickelback, Neiman Armstrong, who set the edge and allowed for the other defenders to that down the field untouched. So that's a good sign for the Tigers.
Second down and 15. And there goes Williams.
Well, that's Keyshawn Williams on that play. He was the impact player, or one of the impact players for the Golden Lions. And right now he's getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards a carry.
Third down 7. Big third down play for both teams. Patrick, quarterback, fake the handoff. There's a pass, and it's complete, and it's a foot race. And Jeremy Brown is going to be run out of bounds around the 40-yard line, the big tight end. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the Tennessee State University 42-yard line. A pickup of 35 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's the second time that the tight end has been come out and released and was untouched. I don't know what's going on there with coverage, but he was untouched, uncovered, and that's a big third down play. Once again, the Tigers are struggling on third down to get off the field. That's flipped the whole field position for the Golden Lions.
I gave him a few too many yards, but it was a big play. Second down and 10. Ball on the 43. Shannon Patrick, quarterback. Timeout being called by Arkansas Pine-Bluff. 6:49 remaining in this ball game, and Pine-Bluff is somewhat controlling the ball right now.
Yeah, that third down play was huge. They missed it earlier for Jeremy Brown to get that play. He came up gimpy and kind of stopped running on that ball, but that time he was so open, he was uncovered and untouched out of the backfield. I really don't know exactly what happened there and who was supposed to cover him. The Tigers brought a blitz from the nickel back on the strong side, but the tight end was just left alone and ran it just straight down the field, untouched and uncovered.
Well, the running duo for the Golden Lions in Porter and Williams could have their double 100 again. Right now, Porter has 15 carries for 103 yards. Williams, 13 carries for 84 yards.
Yeah, that's unheard of for a Tiger defense. I mean, if it was a long stretch of time where they didn't give up a 100-yard rusher in a season, and the last couple of years have been a struggle for the run game. Last week, you know what happened there, 338 yards to the J-State Tigers. The Arkansas Pine-Bluff coaching staff paid attention to that film, and you're seeing a lot of plays that were ran against them. The Tigers last week hurt them again this week, so you just got to figure out they're going to have to go to the drawing board and stop that play or stop that that RPO that's giving them an issue right now on defense.
Well, right now they have 211 yards rushing and 205 in the air. Tennessee State University has 70 yards rushing and 260 yards in the air. All right, second down, 11 yards. Patrick, the quarterback. He's carried them the whole second half. Fans, we're back with 6:49 remaining in this ball game. Pine-Bluff trying to hold on to a 1-point lead. The Tigers getting stingy up front.
Yeah, that's a great play by Allen Daniels, the transfer from Purdue. If he doesn't make that play, the Golden Lions running back Porter is off to the races. So once again, the defensive line has been the difference in the game. And so let's see what the Tigers can get off the field on third down.
And he made a smart tackle, too, because he had his hand up around the face mask and actually slid it down before the tackle was complete. Big third down play for the Golden Lions. He's got a little time going upfield, and it's going to be pass interference call. The ball was overthrown. Then again, maybe it wouldn't have been if there hadn't been contact.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
That's one of those things where the guy's double covered. I don't see why Dominique Williams decided to grab on that play. So nevertheless, that keeps the Golden Lions alive.
And it keeps the clock ticking.
And keeps the clock ticking.
Big defensive play by Big Blue.
Yeah, that's Terry Strotter, who had moved to middle linebacker after Jason Bryant came out of the game early in the game. He's been all over the field for the Tigers, and that's a big stop for a short game. The Tigers have to figure out how to get off the field.
Pickup of 1 on the play, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 9.
And need to look out for the tight end here. He's been uncovered the last 2 times they've gone to him.
Hand off up the middle again. Tigers tough in the middle. Bleak Brown, one of the many on that tackle.
Yeah, once again, that's Allen Daniels, that transfer from Purdue, who is playing stout defense in the interior line for the Tigers. Once again, this is a third down. This is 4-down territory for the Golden Lions because they don't have a field goal kicker right now.
They definitely don't. Patrick looking to his right, and it's incomplete. That was close.
That was.
That was close, but Tennessee State dodged the bullet as Dominique Williams covered awfully tight. It's going to be 4th down. Huge play. Ball on 24-yard line.
Oh, the Tigers need to call a timeout. They got a guy uncovered.
They just covered him.
They just covered him.
And Patrick taking the time. Fans are getting into this one. Patrick back to pass. They're slipping through. He's got a man open. And it's caught. Looks like Williams, doesn't it?
Yep, that's Keyshawn Williams out of the backfield. He just came out of the backfield and ran an arrow route. And the true freshman, Michael Bond, was one-on-one coverage with him and could not run with him. And that is another first down on 4th down. And it's looking tough for the Tigers now. They need to try to keep the Golden Lions out of the end zone with less than 5 minutes left in the game.
All right, 1st and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. There's a handoff and touchdown. Golden Lions, as the big Harry Ballard would not be stopped. 6'3", 201 pounds, and he just would not give up. And he carried the Tigers over the goal line.
Well, this right here has been a struggle for the Golden Lions is the extra point. This is a big time moment in the game. They've had 2 blocked by Malik Hawk, the 6'7" receiver for the Tigers. So let's see if they can make it an 8-point game.
And it's blocked again. And so what we have is a 7-point game with 3:51 remaining in this ball game. Arkansas Pine-Bluff goes up by 7 points with 3:51 remaining. And fans, we'll be back after these messages. You're listening to College Football on ESPN+.
Bravo team moving to checkpoint.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard.
Civilians, 2 o'clock. Give me your hand.
Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
College game day and the Home Depot are a tradition, but we've never had our own fight song until now.
On game day, smart is how we play.
On game day.
We fire up the grill all day. On game day, Dude Save Win. Dude Save Win. On game day.
Built by the Home Depot.
It's a hit.
The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
How can something like floor mats help improve your business? How can this give your employees more confidence to do that? For over 1 million companies, the answer is simple. Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Let's go.
Mission today is to work hard so you can't go no more. Work. We come out here every day to get better. We outwork y'all. We outwork anybody. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Let's go.
Minutes and 51 seconds of this ball game. The Golden Lions have gone out front by a 7-point lead. And the big wide receiver that's leading the conference and one of the top receivers in the country took that ball on a handoff and just would not be denied.
Yeah, he ran through the middle linebacker of Tennessee State, Terry Strotter, and most time a linebacker versus a receiver is a loss for the receiver, but not that time.
And Newbold's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. And let's see if the Tigers have 75 yards in them.
Yep, well, the Tigers have 3 timeouts. They know what they have to do. They have to score. It's a 4-down territory for them now. They cannot shoot themselves in the foot with any type of penalties like they had on the last drive, which was back-breaking. So let's see what the Tigers that has 22 seniors, what can they do here in their home field?
All right, Cam Rosenthal with Roberson in the backfield. And here they come. And he's down.
Yeah, that was a sack by number 58 that was offsides. He jumped too quick. He was back. I mean, if he wasn't offside, that was a perfect off the ball for that defensive end, because he definitely left early. He must have not get into the neutral zone.
And Christian Brown sealed the deal. Chris Rowland still on his feet. Man, he's pretty amazing. Still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds at midfield. Wow.
Well, that was a lucky play for the Tigers. The safety had saw Chris Rowland the whole time, and Chris Rowland swooped in front and caught the ball because he was beat in on the interception, and then they got away with a block in the back by Al Malik Moore. So there's two things there that went in the Tigers' favor that could have been bad news for them.
All right, 31. The good news is he got up there and caught it, and 31 yards on the play.
Yep. That's once again 58 is timing that up perfectly, or he's off sides. And I think and Coach Reed is barking now because that time he was definitely offside, and he's talking about it. I don't know what they're seeing and what we're looking at, but he is leaving early, and he's getting the jump on the Tigers' right tackle, Cam Durley, but he's in the neutral zone.
That's Galen Stewart, and here he comes again. They're coming every play, which gives the Tigers some opportunities.
Well, right now the speedster is in for the Tigers down at the bottom half of the field. Jatavius Harris, they need to watch him because he has a lot of speed.
First down. Oh, he steps out of bounds. And that's Newbold on the reception. And timeout called by the Golden Lions. And fans, while we've got timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to college football on ESPN+.
Rookie.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure
2 yards to go. Big third down play for the Tigers. And there is Rowland with the first down. That's his 11th catch of this ball game.
Yeah, that's an easy pitch and catch for Rowland and Rosendahl. They can do that one in their sleep. The extension of the pass game, of the run game. First down, Tigers.
Rosenthal was hit that time. He's still trying to protect that leg. And he really kind of just tossed it down the field and out of bounds.
Yeah, but Cameron is getting fixated with throwing the ball to two people, and that's Rowland and Newbold. He has to scan the field and look and see who's open. That time he held the ball extremely long, and luckily that he was able to not get sacked and throw the ball away.
You know, it comes a time when you wonder how long you let him keep going on that hobbled leg. That particular pass, he had to protect it, and he wasn't able to throw that pass the way he would normally do because somebody was coming at that leg. And, you know,
well, you got to understand the Tigers don't have to continue to throw the ball. They can run the football here. They got Seth Rowland in the game right now. They got all 3 timeouts. There is 1 minute and 56 seconds left. They need to be trying to drain some of this clock as well, and the run game has been efficient in the second half. So let's see what the Tigers do.
And Rowland's also a good blocker. He's just an all-around ball player. He's tough.
He's offside.
He's offside. They finally called
right.
him. Take your free play. There you go. All right. Rowland on the catch. First down. Big Blue down around the 22-yard line.
Well, I promise you, Howard, that gentleman has been offsides at least 2 or 3 times. Okay.
And they're going to back him off. That kind of call will back him off a little bit.
I don't know. He's timing it up. He's getting away with it more than he's getting punished. So
15 yards on that pass and catch. And Roland now has 12 catches in this ball game.
And again, closer to red zone now. It gets very important not to get stuck on one receiver. He needs to look to span the whole field and find the open man.
Well, he's stuck on him again. There he goes.
You know, we haven't mentioned at all that both Newbold and Roland have both climbed into the top 10 all-time reception leaders at Tennessee State University. And the performance that they both are having today is probably inching them up closer and closer to the top of that list. So
it definitely is. Matter of fact, 82 yards for Newbold has gotten him into another spot. There's Roland on the carry. And boy, he would not be denied. He might have a first down.
Yep.
They're going to have to measure that one.
He carried the pile, and you're sitting there looking around at the offensive line of the Tigers. They need to get involved and push the line of scrimmage forward. I don't know if they're tired. Number 72, which is Will James, was a spectator on that play. And if he pushes it forward, no doubt they get it. But that was all Seth Roland for that rushing.
Well, I guess from here it looks like it could be, but they're not. Yeah, they are. No. They're moving the chains. It's first down.
Yeah, so now clock management is very important now for the Tigers. But the defense have been struggling, and the Golden Lions' lack of a kicking game, they should be trying to make sure they run a little bit of clock because they have timeouts. So if they score, the Golden Lions don't have much field or much time to work with.
All right, so again, you said that they're gone for the two-point conversion.
I passed that, Howard. I passed that. Hey, they'll be going in for a touchdown for the score or winning score.
That's right. That's right. But you know,
you leave it alone.
We'll leave it alone. Don't let me kick myself in the foot.
Yeah, kick yourself in the foot. It's a thing you don't want to do, Howard.
All right. All right, 1st and 10 with 1:14 remaining in this game. Boy.
Well, I mean,
man.
I'm gonna leave that one alone too, Howard.
I am too, but I mean, how much more interference could you have?
I don't know.
It's
been a couple of calls by the field and line judges that make you say, you know, are you watching the same thing I'm watching?
Yeah.
We had a gentleman get his whole helmet pulled off
on the sideline. Well, a minute, 8 seconds remaining. 2nd down.
Well, here it goes, Howard. If it's ever going to be a fade route to a 6'7" receiver, it may be now.
He's not even. It's Roland on the carry. That's Seth Roland.
So now the clock is running. Wow, who called timeout?
Tennessee State.
No, they been there called timeout.
No, that was the Lions.
No, Tennessee State called timeout. Wow.
You talked me out of what I knew.
Wow. Yeah. There's no need for a timeout there. Well. You want that clock to run down before that timeout, you know. That play only took 5 seconds, right?
Yep.
I mean, so you look at the play clock, they could at least ran a good 10 to 15 seconds off, right?
Yep. Well, this is a good 2-down area right here.
Well, it's 2-down territory, no doubt. I mean, you're not saving timeouts for the defense. So, I mean, but you got to let that clock run down. It needs to run down. Play clock needs to run down.
You know, Coach Reed called you coach Thursday at the meeting.
Well,
and that's what we're getting out of you right now.
well, I'm just saying,
No,
I watch a lot of football, and we do a lot of time preparing.
That's right.
Game management is very important, and clock management is top of that list.
Well, he wasn't joking when he called you that. He knows you know football. All right, 3rd down. 7 yards for the first down. There's a pass. And it's touchdown, Tennessee State University. And there's Mr. Glue, Newbold. I'm going to start using his name now, French dressing.
French dressing.
French dressing.
All right. Well, this is the most important kick of the game.
It is the most important kick, and
I need the band to stop playing. And if I'm the Tigers, I want it to be quiet while we kick this ball.
All right, Zeta in the game to knock this thing up with 50 seconds remaining. There's a snap. There's a kick. And it's a tie ball game, fans, with 50 seconds remaining in this ball game. The score tied 31-31. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have an exciting 50 seconds and maybe overtime. You're listening to OVC Football on ESPN+.
It can seem unreachable at first. The bar too high, shoes too big. You'll take leaps of faith and fall on your face, but you'll get up. Hard work is 50 sprints before breakfast and another 50 for breakfast. You'll eat it, breathe it, sleep it. The Goodyear blimp doesn't show up for just anybody, so don't be just anybody. Be blimp-worthy. Goodyear, more driven.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left. Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
In 1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything by providing the first convenient oil change service. Millions of satisfied customers later,
And fans, here we go. The Golden Lions that have been leading this entire football game find themselves tied with Tennessee State University, 31.
They mess around and stop the clock again with an incomplete pass. The Tigers have one more timeout left.
Also, Terry Jones putting the pressure on. And they come again. And pass is complete, out of bounds. And that's your guy, Harry Ballard.
Yeah, Harry Ballard is the transfer from University of Missouri, the St. Louis, Missouri native. Has been kind of quiet this game. He scored the last touchdown for Pine-Bluff, but you have to know where he is at all times.
And that's Ballard again.
And what a play by the true freshman to Ray Jones. I mean, goodness gracious, if he doesn't make that play, that's a true freshman out there,
That's
folks,
right.
from Madison County, and he sniffed it out. If he don't make that play, that's a big play for Golden Lions.
Good blocking this time. And Ballard on the reset. Yes, he caught it. There's a flag on the play.
Well, they have gone exclusively to Harry Ballard, excuse me. And on 2 plays, they have gotten into the red zone of the Tigers.
Holding called against the Tigers is being declined. 13 seconds remaining.
Well, if I'm Rod Reed, I may want to challenge at that catch because that ball came out at the end. And this is what we was talking about, clock management. It should be number 3 seconds left in this game at the very least. Nevertheless, the Tigers didn't run the clock down, so now there's 13 seconds left, and they still have a timeout.
All right, Shannon Patrick at quarterback trying to move this team down the field as the pass is intended for Ballard and is incomplete. Great defensive play by the Big Blue.
Well, somebody has to help. I mean, the Tigers need to understand that they got to help whoever's guarding Harry Ballard, the third.